Welcome to the Week in Review, the show that brings you up to date on the week that was. Here are the top stories. GDP growth falls below 7% in the second quarter. UPA and opposition harden their stances on FDI in retail. And Air India will press ahead with its fleet expansion. We start with India's economy, which is showing clear signs of a dramatic slowdown. New figures show the country's GDP growth reduced considerably in the quarter ending September. According to the Central Statistics Organization, India's economy expanded 6.9% during the 3-month period. In the previous quarter, it grew 7.7%. The latest numbers are forcing everyone to scale back their projections for India's economy. On Friday, Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee said he only expected 7.5% growth this year. Most analysts' forecasts are lower, at around 7%. Perhaps the most sobering figures from the latest GDP data are those for consumption and investment. While the country's consumption remains a robust 5.9%, investment has fallen by 0.6%. And here's a look at how those GDP numbers break up by sector. Manufacturing nudged ahead just 2.7%, while mining showed a negative growth with a 2.9% drop. Crucially, agriculture expanded at 3.2% and electricity did even better with a jump of 9.8%. In other news, the government's decision to allow foreign direct investment in the retail sector finally got support from the Congress itself, with party spokesperson Manish Tiwari defending the decision on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the DMK, a crucial Congress ally in the UPA, indicated its MPs will not vote against the decision if it is put to test in Parliament. One day before the Congress statement, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh had justified allowing FDI in retail while addressing a Congress rally in Delhi. Singh said the move would create jobs in India and that foreign investment would bring in new technology, reduce food waste and give farmers better prices for their produce. Congress President Sonia Gandhi shared the stage with Singh, which was seen as a sign of her support. Meanwhile, the BJP and other opposition parties have been fighting the decision. Parliament has been forced to adjourn through the week and will now reconvene only on Wednesday, the 7th of December. The previous week, the Union Cabinet had approved 51% FDI in multi-brand retail and 100% FDI in single-brand chains. Moving to aviation, national airline Air India may be strapped for cash, but it plans to go ahead with its plans to buy more than 24 Dreamliner planes. On Tuesday, the airline decided it would acquire the 27 Boeing 787s through a sale and a leaseback deal to save costs. It also plans to save 300 crores by leasing out some aircraft once it gets the Dreamliners. Another 250 crores worth of savings could come from renegotiating contracts. Other small measures include cutting down on meals served on short-haul flights. Air India has a total debt of some 43,777 crores. On Monday, it got approval for a debt recast plan that will turn 11,000 crores worth of short-term loans into long-term debt. Switching to other news, insurance firms will now have new rules governing their potential IPOs. On Thursday, insurance regulator IRDA announced new norms for share sales. To be eligible, a company will need to have 10 years of operations under its belt, and its embedded value will have to be twice the paid-up equity capital. Embedded value is what an insurance firm will eventually be worth based on its current assets and liabilities. But insurers argue the rule isn't clear enough because the direct tax code could eat into their embedded value. In other news, India's presence in Afghanistan is about to get a lot bigger. The reason is iron ore. Government-run Steel Authority of India Limited has bagged the rights to mine iron ore in 3 out of 4 blocks up for grabs. But the terms of the deal still need to be negotiated. India has already invested some $2 billion in Afghanistan, mostly in developing infrastructure like roads. And here are some stories in brief. More top accused in the 2G case have received bail. On Monday, the Delhi High Court granted bail to the DMK leader K. Kanimori and 4 others. The next day, a special court gave bail to Shahid Balwa, the promoter of Swan Telecom. The previous week, the Supreme Court granted bail to 5 others, including Sanjay Chandra of Unitech. Food inflation has moderated in mid-November. India's food price index rose just 8% in the period to the 19th. The previous week, it was a full 1 percentage point higher at 9.01%. Private lender Federal Bank is changing its growth strategy. Managing Director Shyam Srinivasan says it will focus on small and medium enterprises and Keralites living outside the state. Federal Bank had previously tried to acquire Catholic Syrian Bank but gave up after valuation disputes. And finally, markets regulator SEBI could soon set deadlines for companies to respond to its queries. Chairman UK Sinha said the deadlines would reduce delays in approving IPOs or new products. He added that market intermediaries needed to improve their overall compliance. And that's all we have for you. Thanks for watching.